Hello, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk. This is a special unboxing video as I'm going to look at AVP The Hunt Begins, also known as Alien vs Predator, as you can see from the lovely artwork on top of the box. So it's a fairly large box, but very thin box. As you can see, it's got some weight to it. So we'll open it up and we'll have a look inside. So for those of you who don't know, this is a board game with miniatures. If you think Space Hulk is sort of similar sort of idea. So we have a rulebook. That's all full colour. I have no idea about any of the rules or how to play the game, as this is literally the first time I've opened the box. As you can see, there's different setups of how you can create your spaceship and stuff, and we'll look at all the pieces for that shortly. That's not the biggest rulebook in the world, so it's still got fairly few pages to it. There's 60 pages in all. I think that's quite a good size for a new game, so not too much to remember, but enough to keep the game interesting. So we have several sets of cards, and there's all different types of cards. These ones, for example, are mission objective cards by the looks of it. And this top card here says target any alien model performing a force for doors open test. The test may be rerolled, so these must be like some sort of in-game abilities. And same with this deck here. And also here. So there's 3 decks. I'm guessing they could be for each faction. There's 3 factions: aliens, predators, and marines. And the stat cards are here, so there's not a great deal on the cards to remember. And lastly, it looks like there's even more actions. I don't know the names of the specific decks yet, but I'm sure we'll look at them. These are all the instructions you get. There's a fair few models in the set, but they're all pretty standard. To put together, you can see you mainly just put the arms on them and the heads on there. Aliens, there is really nothing more to it than that. I have seen the models in person before, but this is the first time I've really looked at any of the other contents of the box. So we have all the board pieces here, and these ones just come straight out. And they're all two-sided, so like when you've got the alarms going off and such, they're identical on both sides, but with like red lighting. That's pretty cool. There's loads of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 12 in total. And what you can make with it could potentially be actually huge. These are all going to fall out when I pick them up, so I'm going to pick up a couple at a time. Put all the pieces there. These larger pieces don't seem to be staying in, and there's also counters as well, so it's not all just parts for the playing board. So you've got all your counters and doors and such in here. And then there's more little sections and more counters. So there's quite a few identical ones in here, as you can see, and these all look to be the same. And again, they're all different, two-sided. Yeah, sorry if you didn't get a proper good look at them, but there's loads of like these types. But they're really nicely detailed. You can see, if I just take a piece close up, there's a lot of detail on each individual tile. I think that's really cool. And then again on the other side. So they look really nice. So very impressive board. Of course, one thing that I'm sure most of you are interested in, as all boards just fall down on me, are the actual miniatures themselves. So before I get to them, you get three D20s. load spaces of miniatures, and then these I believe are just to hold doors. So, start with the Marines. So you get Marines, aliens, predators, and then these are smaller infant aliens. But the models are slightly bigger than I anticipated. The Marines, you can see them, they actually stand roughly the same size as a Space Marine. It's hard to see on camera just how much detail are in these, but they're all resin and they're really nicely detailed models. And you can see that especially on some of the aliens and the predators. So I'll open up the alien bag. I mean, these are even bigger than the Marines. And these probably stand the same size as like a Space Marine Terminator. And of course there's no head on this model, you have to assemble that yourself, but you can just see the detail. Well, hopefully you can see on the camera the detail in its body. They're really nice miniatures. And my favourite miniatures though are Predators. They are just so nice. I mean, they're even taller than the aliens. You know, you see how big they are. They're just such nice models. Really looking forward to getting these put together and painted. If I can find time to do so, of course, but definitely get them assembled at least to begin with. Yeah, these Predator models are just beautiful. Really impressed with them. I wasn't too sure what the quality would be like, but they're really good. I've heard that the line's going to be expanded into a proper tabletop war game, which would be really cool if that happens. Especially if they can keep up this level of detail. Just the smaller aliens. Focus. Don't know how well the camera's focusing on that. But yeah, really nice miniatures. So yeah, the whole game itself cost £75 from my local store, which, considering how many sort of quality resin miniatures you get and how many board pieces you get, I mean that's pretty good. It's all standalone game. You can actually play it one players as well if you got bored one evening. And of course you can play with I'm guessing up to 3 people, as you've got 3 different factions. So it's going to be interesting to learn how to play, and very interesting to see how big the whole board layout will be when it's all put together, because there's so many pieces here, and it's certainly a lot bigger than Space Hulk. So yeah, that's Alien vs Predator. I thought I'd just share that with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again.